To Ururoa Flavell.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker, kia ora tātou katoa I tēnei pō. Me tuku au I tētahi paku poroporoaki ki te tangata nei kia Maori Murphy I hinga I nā tata nei, ko ia te mea tuatahi, mea Maori nei, o te motu, no reira me mihi ki ai, me tuku ngā poroporoaki ki ai, ko ngaro nei te tirohanga kanohi.
Greetings, Mr. Speaker, and greetings to members of the House. Just before I begin, I want to extend my farewell to Maori Murphy, who is deceased. I say farewell to him.
Mr. Speaker, some unusual things have been happening apparently at Eden Park without a rugby ball in sight. Last July, I'm told, Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei Chairman Grant Hook and the trustee Cyril Talbot launched the $240 million Eden Park redevelopment project with mihi and karakia na himene. And last month, international singer Hene Wehi Mohi was there singing the song Beneath the Māori Moon to a recording of her great uncle George Napier. And of course, a book was launched at Mount Eden, bringing together a first 15 of Māori greats to launch a history of Māori rugby since the 1860s, of which my relation, short fella, stocky, short hair, but very good looking, by the name of Hika Reid from my hometown, was one of them. So what's all that got to do with the bill? Well, I suppose it's all about, Mr. Speaker, I suppose it's about knowing all of these histories which are quite important, knowing about the peoples and about the stories. Mr. Speaker, as other speakers have spoken about before me, it simply amends the Eden Park Trust Act 1955 to establish new governance arrangements for Eden Park. These have all been made in preparation, as Mr. Nathan Guy talked about, for the Rugby World Cup 2011. New governance arrangements were agreed to by the government, the Trust Board and the Eden Park Board of Control. The Trust Board is being set up to promote, operate and develop Eden Park as a high-quality multi-purpose stadium for sports, recreational, musical and cultural events for the benefit of the public of the region. And that all sounds pretty good, Mr. Speaker. The goal of the Trust is to administer the park and the Trust assets on a prudent commercial basis so that Eden Park is a successful, financially autonomous community asset. And so this is where I suppose the challenge comes, Mr. Speaker. It's to say that when a trust receives public money, we, the Māori Party, say it should be accountable to the public as well. With public money involved, there should be greater opportunities for the public to be involved. And despite what the policy uncertainties around Auckland governance announcements might be, Māori, the treaty partner, are actually a significant part of the public. Mr. Speaker, I think we can all learn from the response of Tukuroi Rangi Morgan in his reaction to the government's decision to reject the proposals to formalise Māori representation in Auckland. It's a brave person who could rationalise how no seats for Māori can be better than 3. Tukuroi Rangi's analysis was that the decision to marginalise Māori to the sidelines was that it showed that the National Act partnership was not prepared to enable a voice, the Māori voice, as a legitimate voice amongst other power brokers and decision makers, and that's how he saw it. They're challenging words, of course, words which must be considered carefully in other settings such as this bill. The iwi of Tāmaki Makaurau will thus be watching this bill, the Eden Park bill, through with a bit of sense of disillusionment that the Auckland decision has been left still a little bit hanging there. But I want to put certain things in context, and just one is that this area that we're talking about is what we call wāhi whakahirahira. And Ngāti Whātua people whakapapa to the site as an old wetlands where they used to harvest kai. There are other sites of significance around Tāmaki Makaurau for the people of Tāmaki. Eden Park area has close associations with the volcano Maunga Whau. One of the springs which provided fresh water for those living on Maunga Whau is named Te Ipu Pākore. Has particular history linked to the Waikato warrior Kāwharu during the Ngāti Whātua taua of retribution in the late 1700s. So the point I'm making, Mr. Speaker, is that these particular areas of Tāmaki Makaurau are important and cannot be treated as simply just towns, suburbs, boundaries. They are in fact got deep significance to the people of Ngāti Whātua. I do want to make one in particular point, as I close this particular discussion, Mr. Speaker. The development of Eden Park is not just about respecting and protecting the significance of the land to mana whenua, it also actually cuts right to the heart of issues around Māori representation. From the Māori Party point of view, there's one key point I would like to make on the back of this bill. The reconciliation between kāwanatanga in the hands of the Crown as provided by Article 1 and Article 2, the guarantee of tino rangatiratanga over taonga tuku iho of the Māori people is one of the most urgent challenges facing this nation. Of course, the tension is inevitable when both parties of the treaty want to occupy the same space. I suppose the key issue here is how we address this tension, and we can learn from the Auckland City proposal to know how not to get it wrong. Kia ora tātou.
Order.